Welcome to Monkchat Radio 106. Is the radio of Mahajwalongkorn Rasavithayarai Chiang Mai campus at Wat Suan Dok. And also welcome people who are following us from Facebook Live, from the MCU radio, and also from Monkchat MCU Chiang Mai. And today we are going to have Dhamma Talk for all of you to develop, our wisdom, our panya, to be a beneficial for us to live in daily life. And you are here with me, Pra Sontavi Intasaro, and I also be with another two monks, with Pra Sombun and Pra Tong. Our Dhamma Talk today is about the title initially come from one pocket book. I hope that some of you have read this small pocket books. It's called Anyone Can Go to Heaven, Just Be Good. It's very attractive topics. Today we have an opportunity to get through and discuss about this concept, of point, the Buddhist perspective, Buddhist idea to go to the heaven, to life after death, and what is the significance of the being in this life. So we are two monks going to discuss about this. When we first hear about this word, it's quite contrast with the other beliefs. Some beliefs, they were focusing on the higher authorities, going to judge. You go to hell, you go to the heaven because of someone. But this is the Buddhist concept based on the behavior or the conduct of human beings. So anyone can go to heaven, just be good. So we will slowly clarify, about this. And to be honest, just for 1 hour, it's not really enough time for us to discuss everything. But we try to make it briefly, easy for you to understand. I will let Prasam Boon give some idea first.
I think when I first heard about this term, and actually, I think of the teaching that's being spread in the Buddhist idea. I think when we talk about doing good,
can you come closer?
When we talk about doing good, actually, there's many different levels to do good, and there's many factor or aspect to do good. So we cannot consider a particular action as a good action, by seeing by your eyes. And actually, there's many things that's include with our action or what we are doing, good or bad. So like in Buddhism, we talk about the action and with the intention.
That's a concept of the karma.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. So the quality of how to say, good deed is not about the how big thing that you give, but rather be your intention, that how strongly intention that you keep faithfully with the intention. So that's why when we talk about doing good, it's not only about giving also. We can do good in so many different things.
Right.
We can by helping, by being a good example, by how to say, forgive. So giving advice, giving wisdom or teaching or whatever, and actually, so that's why we have to clarify more about what is good deed in Buddhism. So I think when we talk about doing good, we have to consider about this thing.
Right. So it's mean that how we behave, this is going to be the cause to result
Yes.
to get a better life. Even tomorrow is also will be the result from today, from yesterday, from last week, from last month, last year. So that's why one thing that I can pick up from your view, when we able to have a, let's say, proper action or have a moral, it's also easier for us to live in a good life. We don't go to harm others, so we don't cause the like a bad karma. And of course, intention, what you have mentioned, when we have a good intention, it means that we have samadhi. When we have samadhi, we will have right speech, right action, right livelihood. Sama vaja, sama kammanta, sama achiva. That is the path in the Noble Eightfold Path. So this is going to leading us to have a proper conduct, to supporting us have a good deed to born in the heaven. I want to hear from Pratong about heaven in Buddhism. Can you clarify that? How many level?
Not my idea at all. It's about the Buddha teaching.
Very good.
Yes. So he taught us about, it's not just only life after this. We can go to heaven in this life. It's mean happiness in our minds.
The happiness.
Yes.
Okay.
That is also heaven in this life that we can lead in this life. So it means you like you have good action, you have good conduct, right? With others, do good thing with others, and to be mindful. It means practice mindfulness in this lifetime that can also lead the heaven.
So it means that Buddhist focus on the heaven in the present moment,
yes.
more than just heaven in the life after death. You agree with this, Prasambun?
Yeah, I totally agree with Pratong, and actually. So when we talk about heaven, and especially the heaven after death, it's quite difficult, to let somebody really visualize how the life after that really look like. So that's why most of the time when we try to explain about hell and heaven, we can see how the heaven, when we live in the heaven, really feel, and we will consider or compare with the suffering and happiness that's arising right now. So actually, in the teaching of the Buddha, or in many scripture, especially in the Pali Canon, which is those are the scripture that also talk about the heaven in many different realms. Many different worlds.
We have
the life after death
from the teacher.
So like if somebody do something bad or good in this life, he will be reborn in many different levels of heaven. And also in other higher like a primal world, or those kind of world as well.
It also exists in the Buddha's teaching, right?
Yes. It is mentioned in the teaching of the Buddha as well. But it's kind of hard, to explain through our understanding right now. So that's why what we have here only like listening. We don't really see that kind of thing. But there are many different ways to prove that this kind of realm really exists or not. So through, I think if we practice continuously in Buddhist way, actually it could be from our practice. So and from many the experience of many meditators, some of them experience, like they could see the other living beings in other dimensions. So through the quality of their meditation. So and actually this kind of thing is not something that we can see by our eyes, but it is about the our sense, inner sense, that we can see this kind of energy. So that's why this kind of thing, through the practicing, I think the only way to really understand it through the practicing. So if anyone wants to prove, so you have to come and try and practice and prove it. I think vipassana or meditation is only way to see and realize this thing.
Okay. Anyone can go to heaven, just be good. So this is shows some point of view about the Buddha's teaching that everyone are same and equal.
Ability.
We have ability or potentiality to achieve an enlightenment. We are same and equal, and when we live in this world, we are same and equal in the circle of life, samsara. Everyone have to get old, get sick, and die. Buddhism give freedomly, right, to everyone. You have right to create your destiny, create your own life. You can to go to the health
or heaven.
Heaven. You based on your conduct.
Higher than that.
So I look at this point that Buddha give very open teaching, give freedomly to human beings to make a decision by themselves when they're born in this world. So that's why he mentioned about the moral first, right?
Yes, moral.
Basic training, moral training, mental training, wisdom training.
Yes, 3 steps.
3 steps of training to be to develop when you born as a human being, and how can begin to develop to be a well-being. Atahi aturunato, what we always have heard. If human beings without training, how can we will become a well-being, or we call superb beings, become a blessed super beings,
extreme person, right? Great one,
the great one, right?
Yes.
So that's why we have to develop and practice our behavior, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So development very important in Buddhism. I have heard one of our best Buddhist scholars, the most venerable for Prayutto, the most venerable. He is our best Buddhist scholars in Thailand. He mentioned about this, that human beings born and develop only the basic things. For example, we speak. We learn only basic speaking. When we able to speak, and then we stop, develop. Don't develop until we able to speak right or speak good. We just able to speak and communicate and enough. Don't develop. And including action. We just know how to do this, know that, and don't develop to have right action. So development is very it's a key point in Buddhism. So in the opposite side, for those who are lazy, will be the problem to following or to practicing Buddhism, because Buddhism don't basing on only belief or wishing that please help me to become a good person. Please, people come to popular myself. It's not about that, but about training.
Yes.
So if people who are lazy, who are careless, heedlessful to live life, will be problem.
Yes,
Uh-uh.
exactly. That you mentioned that.
Mhm.
And among also, right, we have to practice ourselves to be a good one. Training. Yes.
That is the reason why humans are different from animals.
Yes.
Yeah. So animals have a limitation to develop themselves. If you observe that many different species of animals, they for thousands of years, and in the past and still now, you see that they don't really have the development. They don't have the civilization, language, culture, or whatever. So this kind of thing is special for human. That's why. But even though we have the weak point, like when we first born, we cannot help ourselves. We have to rely on our parents, learn how to speak, how to walk, how to eat, and so many different things, which is animals can help by themselves when they first born. They can eat immediately, they can walk immediately, and that is a strong point for the animal. But on the other hand,
yes,
even though this kind of thing is the weak point of the human being, but the strong point of human being is that we can develop without limitation. But
Yes.
as you said, it's very
Buddha
interesting. Yes, that is
an example.
And you say that but the problem is we develop
Lazy.
ourselves and stop in a level and
Yes.
no longer, and just take a rest just that level. And actually we can improve ourselves more and more in the positive way.
Yes.
So and still we are able to reach the highest of the achievement in our life. Like the Buddha is the example of the one who already developed
himself to be the best one.
Our radio now will soon coming to the end.
Yes.
So I want two of you leave some speech, give courage, motivation to our nurse, our doctors who are always on duty to take care of the patient who are affected from the coronavirus, and for people who are stay at home. Would you mind? Can you speak something to them to give them motivation to move on? Yes.
What we see, the situation that's arising in our societies now, it seems to be fear and anxieties and raisings and around the world. So I think that the most important thing now is we have to value of mindfulness. So take this opportunity to come back and see yourself, and even though you cannot go outside, come inside and look into you and investigate and take this opportunity. And I think when you're home, I think you have time to practice. So I would like to encourage, like, for those who are, instead of doing something, go on social media and go to entertainment, take some time to practice. I think to practice maybe the moral or keep 5 precepts and practice meditation for just a short time. And I think that it will be good for you and for your own benefit. And I would like to encourage for those who are worried or who are live in fear or who are in suffer because of the situations now, and everything is not permanent. It will change, So anything that's happened, I think is very normal, in our life. It's sometimes raining, sometimes sometimes rainy, sometimes sunny, changing all the time. I think this kind of problem we can overcome,
Right.
and it shall pass. So that's why just maintain and your live up, your mind, not to following too much about the situation, but at the same time also not should not be careless. So if you are go outside, wear your mask and keep clean, and wish all you to be the best, and stay safe.
Thank you. And Prato.
I would like to encourage all of you who keep watching us today to be safe, stay at home and safe, and everything will pass. We will pass this situation together.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you. And finally, would you mind three of us give blessing to our followers and also spreading our loving kindness, our meritorious action, share and spread to all living beings for motivate to give encourage to the people who are affected to will come back and have a healthy life again. Okay, we will give blessing together for those people. Sapitiyo vivanjantu saparoko vinasantu mate bhavandvantarayo sukhite kayuko bhavathivadhana sire sanijang votha panchayino cattaro dhamma vadhanti ayuvanno sukhang. Okay, we wish all of you to free from all the bad thing, evil thing, and bad deeds. Be free from all sickness and free from all the illness, and be secure and happy. May peace and happiness reveal to all living beings, reveal to the world. Thank you so much for everyone to keep following us until now, and don't forget to follow our Monkchat radio 106, and every time we also live in the Facebook live, and hope you get some beneficial from our talk, our discussion today. So finally, thank you so much everyone.